Hi everybody, this is the website boy from the websiteboy.com, and today we are going to be learning how to interact with the user in events. All right, so usually a user will go to a page and we click on something and something will happen, and that's what we're going to be concentrating on events here. When they click a button, when they click a link, when they put their mouse over things, when they put their cursor on a field, those things that we can, we can react to those events depending on the user. All right, so that's what we're going to be learning today. Is it's a really nice tutorial. There's a couple tutorials here for the events, but you're going to learn a lot. And most of the time we want JavaScript to do something when you click on it or when you put your mouse over or something like that. So this is going to show you a lot how to interact with the user. And let's go ahead and first let's save this and let's call it 39 events. Click link events, link events. All right, so first we're gonna study how we can make events when people click on things, and you might have an idea there, but I'm gonna show you another trick. um, let's go ahead and open this in the browser. All right, so let's say, for example, let's just take all this off, take this function off, and let's go ahead and make a link. So let's say we have a link here and an anchor tag with something saying click here. Now let's make this look nice with a class. And if you don't recall, I'm gonna remind you right now, I have a bootstrap style sheet CSS linked to these files here, so that way when I use classes, most of the time there are classes that are predefined inside this style sheet in the web with the CDN, with match CDN. Now if you haven't watched my tutorial on bootstrap, make sure that you do. I show you how to do a lot of bootstrap. All right, but anyways, let's style this btn and then let's just call it primary. All right, that's a class. It's gonna make our button look nice. And of course I always, as you can see here, adding do any styling, and I got a button. All right, so what we want to do, we want to do something when we click on this button. You've seen this before. Now what you haven't seen is the little trick that I'm going to show you right after. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we want to include a on link, on click, I'm sorry, on click function. This is on click attribute, and inside we want to put a function. That's what I meant. And we're gonna say something, hello. We need single quotes in here. Remember, if we put double quotes, it's gonna close before time and our code is not gonna work. If we have double quotes outside, we need to put single quotes inside. Save and refresh, click on it, and now we get the function, the alert, alerting hello in there as a string. So now there is a problem with this method here. So we use the onClick attribute. There are many attributes here that you can use to call JavaScript functions. All right. So first thing is that we need to do is, let me show you the problem, because there is a problem here. And now there is a better way of doing this on-click stuff, which I don't like to do it from the links. I usually, the right way of doing it is actually calling the function name like we've been doing before, and then doing something with the function. That's the right way of doing the on-click event. You shouldn't call anything here and do anything there. So let's say, for example, I have a couple of paragraphs here. The problem with this on-click attribute is, well, the problem with this anchor tag is that on this href it has a pound symbol or a hash, and when the user clicks this page is going to refresh again. So if they are all the way down the page and they have a lot of content, the page is going to refresh, and you know what happens when a page refreshes? It goes back up again. So we might not want that. We might want for this to happen and the page to stay on the same place. I'm going to show you exactly when it does the refresh what it does, so that way you can have an idea what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna write a lot of paragraphs there. And then as you can see, I have to scroll down, right, to get there. So for example, let's say this button here was at the end, right here, right? Refresh. And then if I click it and I click OK, it refreshed and it went back up. As you can see, I have to scroll down again to find the button because the page refreshed, right? So I do it again just to show you, and then the scroll bar goes up, right? Now we need to stop that action there, and the way we do that is we got to write a little code right in between the href. We take the hash symbol out, and we call this name here JavaScript, and then colon, not semicolon, colon, and then void. All right, and then inside the void, we put a parenthesis. Inside the parenthesis, we put a 0. So, and we save it, and when we click on it, when we refresh it, click on it, and then press OK, nothing happens. It doesn't go back up. It cancels that action on the browser. So we click on it, and it stays on the same place. All right. Now, a lot of you might see this as with a capital J out there. It still works with a capital J. All right. So if I save it, come back here, click, and it still works the same. So you might see it with a capital J. Don't worry about it. It does the same thing. So you can write it either way, and it does the same. There is also a you can pass you can pass values, and the way you were seeing this is that with this we used to send values to a function with this parentheses. That's the right way of doing it, passing values and then popping, calling a function, and the function will do something. All right, but we're not I'm just showing you how to use events, and on the next tutorial I'm going to show you other type of events. All right, so anyway, thank you so much. I hope you were able to learn something new today, and this will help you in your JavaScript career as a developer programmer. And I'll see you in the next tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to favorite, don't forget to like it. Take care.